day. From Lumen Field.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. And going right back to Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down to... he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Flush to his right. Out right to Smith-Njigba. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. ETN up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's complete to Parker Washington. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Metcalf motions left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as a tackle made at the 18. Lockett, the motion man right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, 68 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The Seahawks take back over. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker able to push his way through. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's taken to 26. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. Oh, he sheds himself free. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And this will be incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Again, it's Lawrence. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here. That launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before break. Smith rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here in Dallas. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Another tote for Etienne. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And some room to maneuver. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
On 1st and 10, Smith steps away. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now Geno, eluding the pressure right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Throwing is Smith. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on third down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and a lead now up to 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Draw play, ETN. Still shedding tackles. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Here's 2nd down. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Lawrence now, he has this complete to Strange, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Throwing now, Smith. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Smith throwing again. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Smith going to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from a yard out. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. One last shot at the end zone. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more...
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before.